Hey everyone, welcome to Breathe and Unpack. I'm Maya, and this is our space to slow down, breathe, and talk honestly about the things life throws at us. Here, nothing is off limits. Relationships, family, work, stress, and personal struggles. Sometimes we'll vent, sometimes we'll reflect, but every time we'll ask, what can I take away from this? You're not just listeners, you're part of our support system. That means we share, we listen, we learn, and we leave the judgment at the door. And if you need to cry or get emotional here, that's okay too. This space is built for honesty. If you've got a story you want to share or something you're unpacking in your own life, email me at breathe, the letter N, unpack at gmail.com. That's breathe and unpack at gmail.com. I might read it here on the show so we can all grow together. And just a quick note, this podcast is about personal opinions and experiences. It's not medical, legal, or therapeutic advice. So take a breath, lean in, and let's unpack life together. Welcome to the support system. You ever notice how sometimes we avoid hard conversations? Not because we don't know what to say, but because we're thinking about how it's going to land and if it's even worth it. Let's unpack that. For me, it's not really about being scared to speak up. I say what's on my mind. My issue is how I say it. I've been told before that I can sound harsh when I didn't mean to. So now I try to find better ways to say things without softening my truth, just making it clearer. And honestly, I'm still a work in progress because no matter what, I can't fully control how someone perceives me, but I can control the effort I put into choosing my words. And that's where I catch myself sometimes avoiding the talk. I run the whole thing in my head before I even say a word. What I'll say, how they'll react, whether it'll turn into a quick 5 minute talk or a 5 day argument. And listen, sometimes that's enough to make me just stay quiet. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not even about fear, it's about not wanting to add more weight than necessary. I've seen people hold back at work just to keep the peace with coworkers. I've seen people avoid calling out family just to stop another dinner from blowing up. We all pick our battles, and silence in the moment can feel like the easier option. But here's the problem: avoiding it doesn't make it disappear. The issue doesn't just vanish because you didn't bring it up. What really happens is you carry it, you hold on to it in your chest, your head, your heart, and that silence, it starts shifting the relationship anyway. Sometimes even more than the actual conversation would have. So I remind myself the conversation itself is usually never as bad as the buildup in my head. And if the truth is, sometimes I still avoid it because I don't want to come off the wrong way, because I know my words can land differently than what I mean them to be. But I'm learning. I'm learning to slow down, to word things differently, to think about my tone. It doesn't mean I'll get it perfect, but it means I'm trying, and that effort matters. Another thing I've noticed is timing. Like, you can be right about what you're saying, but if the timing is wrong, forget it. They're not going to hear you. Ever tried bringing something up when somebody's already stressed out, tired, or distracted? Yeah, it doesn't land. So half the battle is not just what you say or how you say it, but when you say it. And tone too. Sometimes it's not even the words, it's how they come out. You can say the same sentence two different ways, and one version start a fight while the other ones open up a real conversation. That's something I've been paying attention to too. Like, am I raising my voice? Am I being defensive? Or am I just waiting for my turn to talk instead of actually listening? Because if that's the energy, it's not a conversation. It's two people talking past each other. So here's what I'll leave you with. Avoiding hard conversations might keep things calm for now, but it doesn't always keep things strong. Speaking up with care, even if it's messy, can be a bridge instead of a wall. And for me, that means working on my tone, thinking about timing, and remembering that the goal isn't to win, it's just to be understood. Here's my reflection question for you. What's one conversation you've been avoiding? And if you've had it, what would it take for it to feel like a bridge instead of a battle? Thank you for listening to Breathe and Unpack. If today's episode sparked something in you, share it with a friend, family member, or someone you think could use the conversation. You never know, it might be exactly what they need to hear. I'd also love to hear from you. Email me at breathe, the letter N, unpack at gmail.com. Again, that's breathe, the letter N for Nancy, unpack at gmail.com. Or connect with me on Instagram at breathe, AND, unpack. Whether it's your story, your takeaway, or just a thought you want to get off your chest, this space is for all of us. And just a reminder, this podcast isn't therapy or professional advice. I'm learning and growing right alongside you. These are real conversations meant to spark reflection and support, not replace the help of a professional. We're building the support system together. One breath, one story, one moment at a time. Until next time, take a breath, lean in, and let's keep unpacking.